he's basically trying to last it out. Now, I don't think he's going to run again for a fourth term in 2022 when he's up, because the state is falling apart. It's falling apart criminal justice-wise, fiscally, health-wise. I mean, it's a disaster, and it's on his watch. Right. So I don't think he wants to bring that in. But he's going to try to kind of just do the rope-a-dope thing here, see if he can get by it, and then coast and see what happens after that.
So we'll see what happens. That was Bill O'Reilly there speaking out about New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's rope-a-dope approach to handling the coronavirus, among other issues in that state. And joining us now to weigh in on this is the host of Greg Kelly Reports, which you can catch each night here at 7 p.m. on Newsmax TV. Greg, great to see you.
John?
Yes,
Thanks
clearly
for,
not Chris Salcedo here.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, Greg, great to talk to you. I think we were supposed to do this on my show, but we had to reschedule it for 5 p.m. But it's working out because I wanted to talk to you about this. Bill O'Reilly's comments there. Cuomo's policies around the state's nursing homes have really been despicable, leading to thousands of deaths. Yesterday was an attempt for him to clean this up, and I don't think it went very well for him, did it?
No, he appears to be losing it in front of all of us. Drunk with power is the phrase that comes to mind, actually. Facilitated by the mainstream media. In many ways, they were his enablers. All through the summer, there were grave concerns about what he was doing in New York. Those concerns were raised almost exclusively by conservative media, folks on the right. Meanwhile, folks on the left were celebrating Cuomo and his sex appeal, attractive, fit, seemed as though he were on top of the issues, that kind of nonsense.
Right.
All superficial. While if you dug just a little bit deeper or listened to those lengthy newscasts, press conferences, there were a lot of, well, wait a second, that doesn't make sense, and this doesn't make sense either. But the bandwagon had already started. He got to write a book. He was speculated about for, believe it or not, replacing Joe Biden, if you'll remember that.
We remember.
You know, it's a country that is obsessed with style over substance. But finally, for whatever reason, I'm not entirely sure, John, why it's all catching up to him now, but it is. Although I told you so, not you, but yeah, a lot of us did say a long time ago, this is not real, and there are real problems here.
He is radioactive right now, politically speaking. You know, the problem is there's so much momentum and inertia behind the Cuomo governorship. He's got his little fiefdom, all these people that are loyal to him now, and it takes, you know, literally thousands of senior citizens dying to kind of change the current in New York State. Now, the question is, Greg, obviously huge failures by Cuomo here. De Blasio has just destroyed New York City. Are voters in New York going to get smart about changing political parties here? They've done it in the past with Rudy Giuliani and others, and, you know, Michael Bloomberg for a time period. You know, we had George Pataki as the governor. Are New Yorkers going to wise up?
I don't know how this is going to play out. You know, even the mainstream, they're eager to change the subject, I believe, for this governor. And the idea that Governor Cuomo was protecting the state from a political onslaught by President Trump, you know, that's his line of defense. One of them, that actually resonates with some folks in this state, especially in the media. Well, he was doing his best under the circumstances because, in their view, their narrative, there was this deranged person in the White House that was unfairly persecuting Governor Cuomo. It wasn't the case, by the way. We gave him the Javits Center. That was actually a federal facility. They gave him the hospital ship, the Mercy, beautiful assets provided by President Trump that he didn't utilize. As to which way this state goes or how it's going to ultimately play out, so much is in flux, John. I don't know. People are moving out of the state. The conversation moves on so quickly. People are kind of depressed and checked out right now. I'm not sure. And he is one cagey politician. Who knows?
Well, when it comes to New York City, there's like 40-something candidates for mayor right now. That certainly makes things complicated for the voters to actually figure out who these folks are. One more thing I want to talk about, Greg, in the last minute we have here. You tweeted this out earlier today about Joe Biden. I also had some concerns about the president's look. You know, we're not this superficial. But you made a great point. I mean, is he shopping at the White House gift shop? This stuff is kind of silly. Does Joe Biden not have any clothes that he could bring with him to the White House?
Well, thank you. I'm glad you saw that. It's done very well, by the way. Thousands of people have commented on that tweet. Here's my larger point that I'm trying to make. He seems to be more intrigued by the trappings of the job, the perks of the job, than the actual job. We hear that Kamala Harris is the one fielding calls from world leaders. We see that Joe Biden is just not on top of things. But he sure does like the jacket. He sure does like the title Commander-in-Chief that Camp David had. It was over the top there. And I wondered, did he raid the White House gift shop? Was this really Joe Biden? Didn't even look like him. So, again, it's my overall disappointment and, or more than disappointment, disgust almost with this president, how he's approaching the job, how everybody knew he wasn't up to it. And we're seeing visual confirmation that it's all window dressing. It's all superficial. It's not, it certainly isn't what President Trump was doing 4 weeks in.
Yeah, it clearly looks like he's never worn a leather, flight jacket before. Maybe a first for him. Greg, we know you've worn one of those jackets before, actually in a real plane, serving our military. We thank you for that, and also we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. We appreciate it.
John, thanks so much.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.